is not fit for human consumption. Just as my majority has said, if you go to Kidhimani, just at the stage, we have so many hawkers selling very, very, very beautiful tomatoes, which are grown along that river Athi. Green maize is also sold there. Sukuma wiki sold there. Mr. Speaker, I'm interested to affected party in this matter, and we must stamp authority. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Jeremiah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Once again, I'm Honorable Jeremiah Mongoti, MCM the Dene Ward. First, Mr. Speaker, I would like to congratulate the members who have given their submission on this motion. I am a member of Environment / Devolution, and as the chairman for Devolution and Intergovernmental Organization, Mr. Speaker, I would like to give my submission on this report. First, I would like to say this, Mr. Speaker, that it is a regulation in the World Health Organization that every human has a right to a clean environment. And Mr. Speaker, you will understand that in our Machakos County, we have rivers which cross Machakos County and other counties, and River Athi is among them. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that as we did our own investigation, we found that these emissions have been done through companies which are melting metals. We also find that there are those affluents which are being poured to the river. And Mr. Speaker, you'll agree with me that these waters from the River Athi are being used by more than 6 counties in this nation, including Kajiado, Machakos, Makueni, Kitui, Mombasa, Tana River, and the like. Mr. Speaker, my affirmation to this report is that we, as the Assembly of Machakos, we must stamp authority, and this must be denied to those who are doing this with because these things which they are doing, actually they are messing our people. You will agree with me that, Mr. Speaker, not even the waters which are being polluted, but also we have so many things which are polluting our environment. Take, for instance, the quarries, which are blowing stones for concrete and also building materials using the ballistics. Mr. Speaker, we have gone through the quarries and we have found that even to some extent, walling of some buildings have been cracked. Also, pregnant women have even born still children because of these ballistics which are being blown to the quarries. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, this is the reason why I have come up with a bill of environment concerning either be it water, be it waste materials, so that we can come up with a regulation, so that we can put punitive measures for those who are doing this kind of pollution in our area. Also, Mr. Speaker, you will agree with me that this kind of pollution is affecting our people through the food that we eat. Many speakers have said that the kind of diseases that we are getting, some are coming from our rivers. Take, for instance, I come from Mwala sub-county, which we use this River Athi water. And many people are doing horticultural farming along the river. They have also doing commercial farming in terms of maize, which are selling green maize to the farmers around to the market. And by so doing, Mr. Speaker, you will realize that we consume this food, and at the end of the day, we get this kind of danger diseases like cancer and other contagious diseases. Mr. Speaker, my submission to this is that as Machakos County Assembly, we must give directions on this issue so that if anyone is found, either by omission or by commission, doing a waste material being dumped to the rivers or to unnecessary area, they can be arrested and they can be given the punitive measures which are required so that we can actually make our environment clean. According to the Bill of Rights, everyone has a right to have a clean environment. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
May the mover of the motion respond, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I first want also to take this opportunity. I wanted to thank the students, but I think they have gone with their ward member. Honorable members, I want to stand here and thank you first for the participation in that report and for your comments. I also want to specifically thank you for taking your time and coming to the river, coming to pay a visit to that river for 2 days and for seeing the situation. It also gave me some plus when you all came there, and I also sincerely want to thank you for that. I want to thank the members of the Committee of Environment for cooperating and for coming up together and writing that report. I want to thank the Committee of Environment through my co-chair, whom we tirelessly together came up with that report. And then I don't want to forget the Honorable Angela for bringing the statement to this house, which made all the honorable members stand up urgently and quickly, and they went to rescue that situation. Honorable members, you have heard the report. You've seen the areas of concern. We went there to check about the pollution. But while on that mission of pollution, we found another line which is coming up. We have touched it in our report, but we have never elaborated. Maybe the speaker will guide us on how we are also going to handle that one, because we found it as we went. We mentioned in the report that we saw another sewer line, and as the majority said, we didn't mention the owners and whatever. Maybe we also pursue that line. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Robert Kisini. I now put the question that this House does approve and adopt report of the Joint Committee on Environment, Lands, Energy and Natural Resources and Devolution, Intergovernmental Relations on the Athi River pollution. As many as other opinions say ayes. Aye. As many as other contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it. The only direction I'm going to give on that issue of the second sewer, which is being constructed, I'll be requesting that the necessary department, we need to summon the chief officer who is in charge of environment to appear before the committee, before the General Oversight Committee, and be able to explain to the General Oversight Committee where this sewer is coming from, who has authorized the sewer to be constructed, and why we are allowing EPZ to continue constructing sewers. We are going to be getting sewers from Kajiado being brought into Machakos and the money being collected by EPZ. What are we saying? So we need to summon, and I think this needs to be done in the next, I'm directing that the chief officer is someone to come and appear before the committee in 14 days' time. So we can be able to get the details on this and stop it from proceeding any further. With that, honorable members, the House stands adjourned to Tuesday, the 17th day of March, 2020 at 2020 at 10 a.m. Thank you very much, and let's enjoy our evenings.